have since rejected the results. The main opposition party, the New Patriotic Party, has decided to go to court as a result to contest the results declared by the Electoral Commissioner, whose conduct over the last 12 months have left much to be desired. Is it not telling that supporters of the National Democratic Congress cannot even bring themselves to celebrate their alleged victory, and that their General Secretary and National Organizer have had to force them to go and hold victory rallies in the regions? Can we allow a stolen presidency to flourish? Can a president govern and implement programs successfully if a good number of Ghanaians, almost half the voting population, reject him and refuse to recognize his presidency because there are major questions about the election that declared him winner and consequently his legitimacy? We are particularly disappointed in the conduct of Mr. Yayi Boni, chairman of the African Union, who displayed such partiality and premature judgment in trying to get support from certain Ghanaian politicians and the main opposition leader, Nana Akufo-Addo, to concede without hearing their side of the story. We are particularly surprised that CODIO, which is the Coalition of Domestic Observers, and other organizations such as IDEA, called this election free and fair when verification machines were used, which were used in some parts of the country, and yet in some other parts, they were not used at all. In some parts of the country, eligible voters were refused the vote because they could not be verified, whereas in other parts, eligible voters were allowed to vote without being verified as such. How can an election be called free and fair when the results declared are disputed and 3 political parties have rejected the results with incontrovertible evidence? How can it be free and fair when the Electoral Commissioner, who stood before Ghanaians on national television and told the world that there will be no hitches, yet elections did not even start in some constituencies till 1 p.m., with malfunctioning polling equipment and wanton disparity of interpretation of the rules by electoral officers? We welcome the comments from the founder of the NDC, ex-President Jerry Rawlings, who has shown leadership by putting his political differences with us aside, by telling the African Union chairman that our decision to go to court was a right that could not be denied us. We are also grateful to the former party leader, our former party leader, and ex-President John Adjekum Kufuor, for his leadership and his backing of this cause, which is crucial for the defense of democracy in Ghana and for our party. We also thank the leaders of the Progressive People's Party for their calls for wider electoral reform and their rejection of the results. We have also noted with interest that the leadership of the National Democratic Party, who until recently were members of the ruling NDC, have also rejected the results and have gone further to call it a 419 fraud. Their words, not ours. A 419 fraud on the people of Ghana. We fully support the decision of our presidential candidate, Nana Akufo-Addo, the vice presidential candidate, and our Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, and our national chairman, Jacob Chebe-Lamptey, to petition the Supreme Court for redress. Those who call for peace must first ensure that justice reigns supreme. The real and express wish of the majority of Ghanaians who voted on 7th and 8th December 2012 must be respected and made clear to all Ghanaians and not be subverted by any official to please a desperate bunch of individuals who see holding on to power as a means to an end. Let us not deceive ourselves into thinking that because Ghanaians are peaceful, law-abiding, and God-fearing, they will just sit down quietly and allow theft and manipulation of the system to become a way of life. We owe it to ourselves and to our children to build strong, credible, and reliable institutions that will secure our votes and protect our freedom and democracy. It is the only way to keep the peace and unity in our country. There cannot be peace without justice. God bless MPP, God bless our homeland Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is the press statement from the MPP UK communications team. I believe we have limited time for taking a few questions, which would be answered by myself and the chairman of MPP UK. Okay. And I just would like to know, I hope you are all comfortable, and I thank you very much for your patience and the fact that for the benefit of listeners, we had to conduct it in the sort of language that everybody would understand, since this is a live broadcast that is going out to the whole world, so the medium of our expression should be such that everybody would understand. We open the floor now for questions. If anyone has got any questions that they would like to ask. Yes, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Nanaya. My question to this press conference is, do we have to allow ourselves in a country like Ghana to be bullied from a particular party called NDC, not from any other party? And it wasn't only NDC and NPP. It wasn't two-party political parties that are in the country running for this election. And all of a sudden, it gets to a point that we have been bullied. Do we have to sit down and just issue a statement all the time, since back of 1992? It looks as if we are cowards. And these people are bullying us. And when they bully us, they bully Ghanaians. Do we have to take that trend?
Okay.
It is my respect that we want the law to work. Are we sure law and the justice will work in our country? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isa. That is a very strong and powerful question. Indeed, that is, I suppose you just don't speak for yourself, while you speak for millions and millions of Ghanaians. That how long can we tolerate this kind of bullying? And indeed, part of the press conference captures that the fact that Ghanaians are peaceful and will not and will just accept things as they are does not mean that we should allow peace without justice. And that is the essence of what we are here doing today. And indeed, also, because we want justice, that is why we have chosen to go to court. We love our country, and as much as we want justice to prevail in our country, we do not want, on the course of maybe our quest, drive our nation into battle or into any war. Our flag bearer, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has said that he does not want a single drop of blood to be shed on his course or on his quest to become the president of the country. We as a party, if you look at our historical antecedent, we've always believed in law and order. And we believe that the truth will eventually triumph. And from 1947, when our party was formed, we have always led that course, and consistently, and I don't think we intend to change that course. And that is why we have chosen to go to court. And we believe in the sanctity of the independence of the judiciary. Of course, we are all keeping our eyes on the judiciary. We are also in the court of public opinion. So this press conference is part of that quest galvanizing public opinion to understand where we are coming from and what we intend doing. If you follow the press conference that the party held in Accra, and especially if you go through the slides that Dr. Baumia presented, these are incontrovertible evidence, facts and figures that nobody can deny. So when we have chosen to go to court, we believe that the truth that we all want as Ghanaians will emerge in the court. We also believe sincerely that our judges, our judiciary, will stand up to the sanctity of their own principle of independence so that they will be able to give Ghanaians the justice that we all require. Because after all, our motto says freedom and justice. And that is why we are going for the justice aspect of our motto. Nana.
Probably this might be a technical issue, technical question. I think with my knowledge of legal issues or jurisprudence, as it is said, when a case is actually penciled for court for hearing, normally as the procedures go, we're not supposed to be making comments, public comments about that.
All right.
And I'll mention a bit about the press conferences we are now holding. After we filed the petition at the Supreme Court, then our leaders went on to proceed to have this press conference. We are having one here. So I'm beginning to wonder where the issue rests now, whether it's really appropriate, is it right to keep on commenting about this issue in public now that is before the Supreme Court.
All right. Thank you.
That's my first question. Unfortunately, I couldn't go down with you guys, so I missed a lot of the battlefront, and I'm eager to hear more. Notwithstanding what I'm saying, the press conference that was done, that Dr. Bobna presented those charts, I think some of us who are here, we just read what was presented, and you can see that it's more or less a summation of what actually happened during the election. But the details, the nitty-gritties, that makes God, some of us who have not been down with you, when you read what is on the public domain, your assessment borders on, okay, so where are the concrete truths that we are holding on to? Because in fact, some of us have been really, we were sick, but we got sicker when this thing happened. By the grace of God, that some of us are still here, standing on our feet. My pressure went to 182 over 110 when it was declared that we got this election. And I have witnesses. So please, we need to have something to hold on to.
Okay.
To assure us that this fight, we have a fight that we are definitely going to win. And not for just MPP. The whole of Ghana are weeping. Our people are weeping. Many people are crying. They don't know where to turn to. Please give us something to hold on to. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, Nana, it looks like you've answered your first question in your second part. Because you are here saying that the matter is in court and therefore we cannot go into the nitty-gritty. And I sincerely agree with you that we cannot. That is why in today's press conference and even in last Friday's press conference in Accra, there was no mention of the petition or the contents of the petition. The petition and the contents of the petition are meant for the court. Those slides that